up, dudes? We're going into Fort Mill to ride with a buddy of mine. My buddy Chris, he's new to the area. He just moved down here not too long ago. Haven't actually had time to plan a ride to actually go ride with him because on the weekends I'm off, he's not here. And during the weekdays, the last couple of weekdays, I've always been busy, so haven't had much time to actually ride during the weekdays. That was not an illegal pass at all. It's a nice little Husky 501. Looks different than I thought it would. We'll take him to the little twisty road. It's 30 miles per hour up through here. Fun little road. I like this little road. Oh, some dirt right there. Oh, it's the cats. In the ghetto. It's so crazy to think I used to live down here. It's so narrow up through here. So freaking narrow. I do not remember this road being this narrow when I was riding bikes up and down this thing. Gravel there. Damn, them trails have gotten grown up with no one riding them. And that hill looks way smaller. So much stuff looks so much smaller now that I'm older. Why? Bunny, 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 bunny. Husky. baby one. What's the deal? I don't know what the hell they were doing. That was one of those moments where it's just like, hey, I'm gonna do this. Let's not think about it beforehand. Let's fucking do it. I've never hit that going that hard. There we go. Woo! Heard a pop. Hopefully that was not my tire popping. Champion of the sun. I don't know, I'm gonna watch some Sunny, man. Favorite character's got to be Charlie or Mac. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite. I think all the characters are great, but Charlie and Mac are just some of the best. It's just a really great show. If you've never watched it, seriously, you're like doing yourself a disservice. Go watch it. It's really crazy, man. What's kind of funny is me and Chris were talking about the 501, and he was talking about how it's kind of funny. KTM bought out, or bought Husqvarna a few years ago from, I guess BMW was the last person that had them. And I guess they were kind of like calling them Husabergs. So they retired the Husaberg name. KTM bought Husqvarna. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. But, basically, like, Husqvarna and KTM have a lot of bikes that are pretty much like the same bikes. Like, you've got the KTM 500, which is basically the Husqvarna 501. You've got the KTM 690 SMC, which is pretty much a really older version of a Husqvarna 701. You've got, you've got the 690 Enduro, which is the same thing as the 701 Enduro. You've got a KTM 350 and 300, which, Husky has like their own version of that too. But what I thought was really funny is that he told me that KTM has the 500. And he said that Husqvarna, when they made the 501 for the year model 2016, actually took all the problems that the 500 had and just made them better and got rid of them. So essentially, the Husqvarna 501 was better than the KTM 500. How are you going to buy a company out and then that company makes a better bike than you? How does that happen? I'm going to guess it's got like the guinea pig factor to it. The 500 was around first, and then Husky was like, oh, well, the 500 has all these problems. Let's fix them. And I guess it really doesn't matter from a consumer standpoint because, KTM owns Husky. So if they sell a bunch more 501s than the 500, it's not like KTM's going to be like, oh, man, we're losing out on money. But I'm going to go home and chill now, maybe play some Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. If you guys like FPS games, seriously, amazing game. Go check it out. You can get it real cheap on Steam right now because it's on sale. And you can probably get it through some other retailers for even cheaper. Really, really great game. If you're into tactical and more slower paced, realistic FPS gameplay, Go check it out. It's like, it's got the scope and size of Battlefield, but it's not as like crazy and like, I guess, I wouldn't say complicated. It is more complicated and complex as far as strategic and like strategy wise and tactical wise. It's a lot more complex than Battlefield. And you know, it's just really simple. Like, you know, there isn't like a create a class, there isn't gun unlocks. You know, it's basic. To me, it's like the Mountain Blade of FPS games, and that's not an insult. What I'm saying is it's just very simple, very, very intricate and tactical, and has just a lot of systems working in it that a lot of other FPS games just don't have. And I think that's just like real big like selling point. It's just a really awesome, rewarding feeling FPS. Like when you get a kill in that game, it feels rewarding. And when you get killed in that game, it doesn't feel cheap or gimmicky. It's not like, oh, this dude just like 360 no-scoped me from across the map. You know, it feels like legit, if that makes sense. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. My voice is screwing up because of my throat. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Doesn't bother me. It's all interaction. I don't care. Be sure to subscribe, share with your buddies, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Later.
Picking up the ramen, that's a pro choice. That's real noise.
Ain't nobody, ain't nobody giving me top ramen. Ain't nobody gonna give me top ramen unless it has sriracha sauce. Sriracha sauce. For real.